Hello students, this is Nirmalendu Nirmal. We are going to start a new chapter, sets. Okay, this is the chapter 10 of your syllabus, chapter 10. And as you can see on the screen, this is the part 1 of this chapter. In our day-to-day life, we often speak or hear about different types of collections, like a collection of stamps, a collection of toys, a collection of books, etc. In the same way, we have the different types of groups made for the different activities also, like a group of boys playing hockey, a group of girls playing badminton, a group of students going for picnic, and like this a lot of groups we can define in this manner. No, these are showing the collections. So each collection is what? Here each group is well defined, and here each collection is well defined. That collection of what in a particular manner in the well manner it has been defined. The collection has been defined, and here the groups has been defined very well. So in mathematics, a collection of particular things or a group of particular objects is called a set. What? Let me repeat that a collection of particular things or a group of particular objects is called a set. Actually, group what? Collection or group of particular objects, okay, is known as set. So idea of set. A set is a collection of well-defined objects. What? Well-defined objects. Set is the collection. But collection of what? Collection of well-defined objects. So everything should be defined very well. Everything should be clear. Okay. So we'll understand each and everything. So here the meaning of well-defined is what? Meaning of well-defined is what? That well-defined means it must be absolutely clear which objects belongs to the set or and which does not. So well-defined says that it means that it must be absolutely clear that which objects belongs to the set and which does not. So everything should be clear here. Then only we can say the group or the collection is a set. Okay. Now for example, we can say that a collection of lovely flowers is not a set. Collection of lovely flowers is not a set because this is not well defined. What is the meaning of lovely here? So here it is not a set because the objects, it means flowers, to be included are not well defined. Reason, what is the reason that it is not well defined? The word lovely is relative. What may be lovely to one person may not be the same to another person. So it is not compulsory that if one flower is lovely to one person, then that is lovely to another person also. So this is not well defined. So we can't say that this collection is a set. Got it? So each and every group should be well defined. Collection should be well defined, and here this is not well defined. Now if we'll talk about the example 2, a collection of red flowers is a set. Okay, collection of red flowers is a set. Why? Because every red flower will be included in this in the collection of red flower. Every red flower will be included in this set. That is, the objects of the set are well defined. Objects of the set are well defined. That set of what? Okay, so set of the red flowers. Now if we'll talk about the example 3, a group of young players. So here also the group of one players is not a set. Why? Because as the range of the age for young players is not given. A range is not given, that of which range, okay, or age group the people or players will be considered as young players. Okay, that is, it cannot be decided which player to be considered young. So the objects are not well defined here. The objects, it means young players, are not well defined here. So group of young players, it is not well defined. So we will not say the group is a set. Now a group of players with ages between 14 years to 18 years. So here it is very clear that players with the ages between 14 to 18 years. So it is very clear. It means this group of players is a set because the range of the age of the players is given such that it can be easily decided which players are to be included and which are to be excluded. Okay, so the objects are very well defined in this. It means this group of players is a set. So we have understood that when the collection or group will be called set, or when it is not called set. Okay, when the objects are well defined, then the group or collection is set. If the objects are not well defined, it means group or collection is not a set. Now example 1, that a state giving the region whether or not the following objects form a set. So question number 1 is there, that all the problems in the book that are difficult to solve. It means here you have to say that is this group a set, does it form a set or not. So at first we'll check that whatever objects we are talking about in this question, they are well defined or not. So objects, here the given objects do not form a set. Why? Reason that some problems may be difficult to one person. Here it is saying that problems that are difficult to solve. So it is not well defined, because some problems may be difficult to one person but not so difficult for others. So difficulties of the question varies person to person. So this is not well defined, that difficult to solve. It is not considered that any question will be difficult to solve to all the people, all the students. So it depends upon the what, it is up to the students. If any question is difficult to one person, then it is not compulsory, or it is not mandatory that the same question will be difficult to another student also. It is not well defined. So this is not the what, this does not form a set. Now question number 2, example 2, that all the problems in the book are difficult for Mohit to solve. So here given what objects form a set, that the problems are difficult to Mohit. To whom? To Mohit. It is very clear that that the problems are very difficult to Mohit. Okay, so it is what, forming a set. The given objects form a set. Why? Because it can be easily found which problems are difficult to solve for Mohit and which are not. So like this many examples are there, you will do. Okay, that question number 3, example 3 also you will try to do. Okay, it is given here, and here you will check the examples are given. You will practice the examples. Now elements or members of a set. What are elements or member of a set? Actually the objects used to form a set are called its members or its elements. Okay, whatever objects are used to form a set, those objects are called elements or members. Generally the elements of a set are written inside a pair of curly or middle braces or brackets. Okay, generally the elements of a set are written inside curly brackets. Okay, separated by the commas, and each and every elements of a set are separated by commas. You will see the example, we will understand in a better manner when we will get the example. The name of the set is always written in the capital letter, but the name which will be used to represent the given set, okay, that will be written in the capital letter. So name of the set is always written in the capital letter. So we have understood that how to write the elements. Elements are written in the curly bracket, and each and every elements are separated by commas, and the name of the set is written in the capital letter always. Suppose here example is given that A is the set of P, Q, R, S and T. Okay, A is the set of P, Q, R, S and T. So A is showing the set. Okay, it is representing a set of few letters. So it is showing it is representing. So it is written in capital letter. Okay, set is also always represented by the capital letter. So here A is the name of the set. Whose elements or members are these? Actually these letters form the collection. Okay, the collection of these numbers is the set. No, certain numbers I am saying letters. So this is the collection of these 5 letters. So these 5 letters which form the collection, which form the set, these are known as the members or elements of the set. Okay, these are forming the set. It means these are the elements or member of the sets. So elements of the sets are P, Q, R, S, T here. Okay, now pair of curly brackets denotes a set. Some important points are there, that pair of curly brackets denotes a set. Okay, this denotes a set. Greek letter epsilon. Okay, this is the epsilon. Okay, this is the Greek symbol or letter, and it is epsilon, which is used for the words belongs to, and it is used for what the word belongs to is element of etc. Okay, belongs to or is element of etc means for representing these two words, these two things we use this symbol. Okay, to belongs to or is an element of. With the example we will understand. Suppose that P belongs to A. What is a P? And then we have put the symbol epsilon and then A. So it is read as P belongs to A. Okay, P belongs to A. It means P is the member of the set A. It means P is the member of set A. P belongs to A means what? P is the member of set A. So here we can see that P is the member of set A. So we'll write that P belongs to A. We can write Q belongs to A also, because Q is also the member of set A. R belongs to A. Okay, like this. S belongs to A. So which elements are belonging, we can represent like this. Okay, using the symbol epsilon. Okay, so here we can see the examples here, that Q belongs to A, R belongs to A, S belongs to A, and T belongs to A, because these are the members of set A. Now the symbol epsilon, and it is crossed like this. Okay, epsilon, and it is crossed like this. It does not, or it stands for does not belongs to. Okay, this symbol belongs to. Okay, this the meaning of this symbol is what? Belongs to. If you cross it like this, then its meaning is does not belongs to. So here if we will talk about that, these are the members. If we will talk about that C. Okay, the letter C, is it the element of set A? Obviously not. C is not the element of the set A, so we will write that C does not belongs to A. Okay, if any member does not belongs to the set, then we'll say that we'll use this symbol to represent. Suppose that we can write like this also, that what? Suppose D. Okay, D does not belongs to A. Okay, O does not belongs to A. These letters does not belongs to A here. So we have understood that when to use this and when to use this. Now continue. So some examples are there. You have to say that whether these are false or true. Okay, the set A is given and the members of set is given. Here you have to say that 8 belongs to A. You see that whether 8 is the member of A or not. Here you check 8 is present. No, 8 is not the member of the group A. Set the member of the set A. So 8 is not the member of set A. It means this statement is false. Okay, this statement is false. Here you will see that 12 does not belongs to A. Here it means that 12 is not the member of A. But here we will see that 12 is the member of A. It means this is also false. Here should be 12 belongs to A, because 12 is the member of what? Set A. But here it is saying that does not belong. It means it is not the member of set A. It means it is wrong, because it is the member of set A, as we can see here. So like this you will do these questions. These are very easy. Now some properties of set. A change in order of writing the elements does not make any change in the set. We can write the elements or members of a set in any order. We can change the order of the number. It does not affect the set. Like this set, if we write that 5, 6, 7, 8, set of the what numbers? 5, 6, 7, 8. It can also be written as 6, 8, 7, 5. All the 4 are written, but in the different order. So no problem. We can change the order of the members in the set. Okay, all are same. So if so more examples are there, you will read it. Now point number 2. If one or many elements of a set are repeated, the set remains same. If one or many elements are repeated, the set remains same. As here we can see that if A, B, D, A, C, B, it means A has been repeated and again B has been repeated. So either we write this or only once, both are same. So no need to repeat any elements. Okay, no need to repeat any elements. If we write A 2 times or only 1 time, both the sets are same only, but we'll see that all the elements are there or not. If A is there, then here also A should be there. B is there, then B should be there. C is there, then C should be there. D is there, then D should be there. Okay, so it does not affect that if any member is being repeated. No problem there. Both are same only. Okay. In general, the elements of a set are not repeated. Generally, the elements are not repeated. If it is written like this, then it is okay. Both are same, but it should not be repeated. Okay. In the standard manner, if we say, then it should not be written. But if we write, then also it is okay. So now, if it is given that Q is the set of the letters of the word book, Q is the set of some letters. Which letters? Letters of book. So book has the letters B, O, O, K. So B and O. O has been repeated 2 times. So we will skip. We will write only 1 times. Okay, in place of repeating, we will write only 1 time. If we write 2 times, then also it is okay. But generally we will skip it. Okay, we will skip to repeat any member. So here we will write B and then O, and again O will not add. Already 1 time we have written, then we will write K. Okay, so this is the set Q. So like this, R is the letters of the word puppet. Okay, so here which letters are there? P, U, P, P, E, T. So P has been repeated 3 times, no need to repeat. So we will write P, U, E, T. Okay, no need to write the P, letter P 3 times. We will write only 1 time. Now review is there, whatever we have studied till now. The review that the elements of the sets are written inside a pair of curly brackets and separated by commas. The set is represented by a capital letter. Set always should be represented by the capital letter A, B, C, D, like this. Okay, never set is never represented by the small letter. No, never. Okay, set is always represented by the capital letters. Now the elements of a set are to be written in any order. The elements can be written in any order. No problem there. Like here, if we have written P, U, E, T, we can write it U, E, T, P also. Okay, like this. We can change the order of the elements. Now no element of set must be repeated. And whenever we are going to write the set, then we will avoid to repeat. We will avoid repeating of any member. Now some examples are there. You will do this. You have to make a set. Okay, it is very easy. You will do and you will practice the examples. These are the examples, and after that you will do the exercises. I think all the topics of exercises 10A and 10B have been covered in this. Okay, 10A and 10B you will do, and this chapter is very easy, so you will do. And now all of you, bye, have a nice day.